Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's take a quick look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And once again, we're looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Hardly a cloud out there today. We did have some cloudiness this morning, but things really cleared out this afternoon. Plenty of wind once again in certain places around north central Washington today, and temperature-wise below normal. But look what happens as we get into this weekend. We'll begin tomorrow with temperatures above normal, almost 80 degrees, 87 Sunday. And look at those temperatures Memorial Day right through Thursday in the lower to mid 90s. And we will have much more weather for you coming up a little bit later on. And now here are a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A suspect in the shooting death of a 16-year-old boy in Moses Lake on Monday afternoon is now in custody. An East Wenatchee man who was saved by police and EMTs after accidentally shooting himself in the leg is now charged with unlawful firearm possession. And a Bellevue woman who was seriously injured and her companion arrested after a watercraft accident Wednesday on Lake Chelan. But first, our top story tonight. The Grant County coroner has now identified the man found dead early Wednesday morning outside of Moses Lake as 24-year-old Christopher Vincent of Moses Lake, and police are now investigating that death as a homicide. Vincent died of a shotgun wound to the torso and extremities. His body was discovered along Airway Drive at Cochrane Road Northeast. Authorities are also trying to determine if there is a link between that death and a drive-by shooting about an hour earlier in the Larson community of Moses Lake. A home and vehicle were damaged in the drive-by shooting, but there were no injuries. Well, a suspect in the shooting death of a 16-year-old boy in Moses Lake on Monday is now in custody. Daniel Serrano Sosa, 24 years old, was arrested yesterday afternoon after a brief standoff at a home in the 1200 block of Patton Boulevard. Sosa is suspected of killing the unidentified 16-year-old and wounding an unidentified 18-year-old at the intersection of Gibby Street and Lee Street Monday afternoon. Moses Lake police say the shootings appears to have been gang-related. Meanwhile, an East Wenatchee man who was saved by police and EMTs after accidentally shooting himself in the leg is now charged with unlawful firearm possession. 26-year-old Juan Antonio Cerda Martinez was treated for a gunshot wound after injuring himself May 14th at 9th Street near Valley Mall Parkway. Police say they soon found a .22 caliber Ruger handgun in a nearby garbage can and a blood trail leading to the area where Cerda collapsed. Cerda has a prior criminal conviction, and police say he denied possessing the gun. He faces his first appearance in Douglas County Court on June 7th. A Bellevue woman was seriously injured and her companion arrested after a watercraft accident Wednesday on Lake Chelan. 42-year-old Amada Jackson was hospitalized after the 2 p.m. collision between a pontoon boat and a rented personal watercraft. Sheriff's deputies arrested the pilot of the rented jet ski, 35-year-old Jordan Sebastian Allen of Auburn. He remained jailed today on suspicion of assault by watercraft. Witnesses said Allen handled the watercraft recklessly and tipped over after steering in front of the pontoon, which then ran over both occupants. Deputies said Jackson suffered broken ribs, a broken hip, ruptured spleen, punctured lung, and other injuries. She was listed today in satisfactory condition at Central Washington Hospital. Allen also had to be hospitalized. He was due for his first court appearance this afternoon. Well, coming up next, spilled paint made a mess of parts of the George Seller Bridge this morning. 29 counties, including every county in north central Washington, are now under a drought advisory issued Thursday. More than half of Chelan County's residents have now received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. And there will be a series of gatherings in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee to remember fallen veterans on Monday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services, including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Welcome back. In another news, a paint spill this morning slowed traffic in the eastbound lanes of the George Seller Bridge. A private truck dropped a paint canister that stained the west end of the bridge. Wenatchee police had to redirect traffic during cleanup starting around 9 o'clock this morning. The incident slowed down some commuting time, but no injuries were reported. 29 counties, including every county in north central Washington, are now under a drought advisory issued yesterday by the State Department of Ecology. The agency says after a series of months that were abnormally dry, there are growing concerns for farmers and ranchers in eastern Washington, as well as an increased risk of wildfires. The advisory is an early warning of a possible drought. This is the first time the Department of Ecology has issued a drought advisory since the legislature granted it the authority to do so in 2020. Well, more than half of Chelan County residents have now received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. In its weekly vaccination progress report, the Chelan-Douglas Health District reported yesterday that 50.1% of Chelan County residents have been vaccinated and 43.1% of Douglas County residents. In addition, the steady decline of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties continued this week, with the health district reporting that new cases in the two counties were down to 82.7 per 100,000 residents over the past 2 weeks. That's down from 94 new cases per 100,000 residents reported last week. Well, there will be a series of gatherings in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee to remember fallen veterans on Monday. The Memorial Day remembrances began at the Wenatchee City Cemetery at 9 a.m. with speakers and an honor guard and firing team. The activities then shift to the Columbia River Pedestrian Bridge, where at 10 a.m. a wreath will be released into the river in memory of those lost at sea. Then at 11 a.m. there will be a memorial event at Evergreen Memorial Cemetery in East Wenatchee with speeches, an invocation, a firing team salute, and the retiring of the colors. At noon, the activities will shift to Pybus Public Market, where there'll be a flag ceremony that will include a convocation and short history of Memorial Day. The activities will wrap up with a firing team salute and the playing of taps. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. See their full line of Crown Line boats. Crown Line features the Forte gel coat, which perfectly accentuates the sporty silhouette of this boat. Its contours are further enhanced by Crown Line's patented fast tab hull design, which not only embraces the distinctive sports car styling, but also ensures a safe and comfortable ride. See Crown Line boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors. We're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Merry Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Merry Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Merry Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Merry Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, Daniel Lyon suffered burns over 70% of his body fighting the Twisp River fire in 2015. In that same incident, 3 of his fellow wildland firefighters were killed. In a video yesterday, Lyon said the gear he was wearing saved his life that day.
Hey everybody, Daniel Lyon here, coming at you with probably the most important message that I like to share with you once a year as we approach fire season. I know a lot of you in my wildland family are going out there and they're getting ready to fight some big fires, or you're already out there fighting fire, and it's absolutely crucial that you wear the proper gear and you wear it in the right way. It could save your life, and I know that because it saved mine. Now, I know I talk a lot about mindset and motivation as being a way that I overcame the tragedy that I was in, but a lot of it came down to the gear that I was wearing. I want you all to swipe over and check out the photos of the gear, of what it went through and how it saved my life. It looks bad and it's burnt as hell, but because of that gear and the way I was wearing it, I'm still here to tell the story. Swipe right, check out all the pictures, and be sure you wear your protective gear. It's crucial.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Friday today. Here we are on the cusp now of a 3-day weekend. At least most of us are, and boy, that weather looks great. Today, we did see a little bit of wind out there. Clouds this morning, but not so much this afternoon. And temperatures, not too bad. A little bit below normal at 69 degrees. 74 is where we should be for this time of year. Man, it was a little chilly this morning, though, wasn't it? At 43 degrees, 52 is our normal low temperature. Record high, 94 degrees. That was set back in 1983. And our record low, that was in 1998 at 41 degrees. By the way, 2.74 inches so far this year is now exactly 1 inch below where we should be for this time of year. We talked about it earlier in the show that, yeah, we're in a drought advisory right now, but boy, we could sure use some rain, but instead, we're going to get hot weather. We'll talk about that in a second. Sunrise this morning, 5:11. Sun sets tonight at 8:46. Let's take a look at your Saturday. A lot of you will be traveling tomorrow, maybe camping or just some fishing or playing some golf tomorrow, and tomorrow looks fantastic. Tomorrow, by far, the coolest day over the next 5 days. 80 for the high at Moses Lake tomorrow, 79 in Quincy and Ephrata, around 78 in the Wenatchee area tomorrow for a high, 77 in Cashmere, 78 in Entiat, and 79 up in the Tonasket and Omak areas. It should be a beautiful day in northern Okanagan County. As we take a look at tonight now, we'll take you through the next few days and keep your eye on the color of our temperatures because we are going to get hot. High pressure right here is going to stay in place. It comes all the way up into Canada. Large area of low pressure on the Aleutian Islands in Canada, but that won't really be a player in our weather till the end of next week. Saturday, we just mentioned it. It's going to be a nice one tomorrow. Mostly sunny, calm winds and warmer. We're talking highs generally in central and eastern Washington in the mid to upper 70s. As we get you into your Sunday, things are going to warm up. Mostly sunny, and our heat wave begins in earnest on Sunday. Most of us in the middle 80s, upper 80s for areas like Yakima, Moses Lake, also Tri-Cities. Memorial Day, here's where we really get hot. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures right around 90 degrees. That's right here in the Wenatchee area. So you can imagine hotter than that even down around Pasco, Richland, and Kennewick. For Tuesday, sunny skies and unseasonably hot. We might be talking record highs by the middle of next week. Sunny for both Tuesday and Wednesday. High temperatures in the mid 90s both days. Look at that dark red. spread. 100 degrees is expected for the Tri-Cities on Wednesday. And then as we take you into Thursday, here's our ridge. It is flattening out a little bit as that large area of low pressure begins to move our way. That will change our weather late in the day on Thursday, but we're still going to stay hot with high temperatures on Thursday. Once again, hot into the upper 80s. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast now. 45 tonight, so still a little bit chilly overnight. 78 tomorrow, sunshine and 86 on Sunday. And look at these temperatures. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 90 to 95 degrees with lows on Tuesday night, almost 70 degrees. And then on Thursday, sunny skies and warm with a high temperature then of 89. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. I missed you. Chris Flexen bounced back from his worst start as a professional to have his best start last night, pitching 7 innings to help Seattle shut out Texas 5-0. Flexen allowed just 4 of the 24 hitters he faced to reach base in his 7 innings, striking out 6 and walking 1. Offensively, the Mariners got things going in the third with back-to-back home runs.
And to kind of dampen your emotions some, as this one will not be robbed. It's gone. Crushed. Tom Murphy not taking this one back. It's 1-0 Mariners. Get out of the way of that one. Now a little better launch angle for Murphy. He's having some serious sinus issues. Nottingham. High fly ball into the corner, and it clanks a mile high and goes beneath the scoreboard. Back-to-back jacks, and it's 2-0 Mariners.
That would be plenty of offense for Flexen on the night, but Seattle added to the lead with 3 more runs in the 7th.
Mayfield, a high lift out towards left center field, and short hops off the wall. bounces in. Murphy is chugging home. He blazes on top of home plate, scores standing. And Jack Mayfield puts 2 more across for the Mariners. They lead it 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, it felt like it was just a matter of time before the Mariners would get a base hit with runners in scoring position. They had been 0 for 3, all scoring on a couple of solo home runs, and nice to add some insurance. Gets a fastball in the middle of the plate, drives it out into the gap.
Swinging away, and it's into the outfield for a base hit. Nottingham scores. Mayfield is on his heels, play at the plate, and he is out.
Manager Scott Service says it was nice to see Flexen bounce back after what happened to him last time out in San Diego.
Pitching was outstanding tonight. I thought probably the best game of the year that Chris Flexen has had. I just thought that was the best cutter he's had. He located the fastball at the top of the zone. The changeup was really a big pitch for him tonight, and very efficient. Give us 7 shutout innings tonight, and completely in control of that game. So awesome outing by him. And it's one of those nights we've talked there first 6-7 weeks of the season of having, the bottom of the lineup. Those guys got to, create traffic, create some opportunities for us. And those guys carried us tonight. I thought Murph had a really nice game. Mayfield got a big knock. Nottingham, a home run. Ty France gets a couple knocks as well. So nice ball game. Nice way to start the homestand.
Seattle and Texas play again tonight, 7:10. Justice Sheffield facing Jordan Lyles. And the Mariners received some good news on pitcher Marco Gonzalez yesterday. According to manager Scott Service, Marco's doing better and will be able to return to the lineup soon. He's been out for nearly a month with a strained forearm on his pitching arm. The timing nearly perfect for bobblehead night for Marco. That's last night, tonight, tomorrow night, through the weekend against the Rangers. Marco's expected to make his first start back from the injury on Tuesday against Oakland. Well, in the American League West last night, the only other game saw Oakland score 5 runs in the 6th inning to beat Los Angeles make that 5-0. Local baseball team will start its season Tuesday at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Of course, we're talking about the Wenatchee Apple Sox. For the first time since August of 2019, the local 9 will take the field again against the Northwest Star Academy. Apple Sox owner Jose Oglesby and general manager Ali Shank joined us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's been the first time since August of 2019. As we mentioned, the Apple Sox played last. COVID-19 wiped out last season and still has an impact on seating for this summer.
We have to have some seats socially distant and sections where we can only operate at 25% of all the available seats with enforced distance between parties that are seated. And then we also have, we do have vaccinated sections. So that may be a change. I think we did expand to have 2 vaccinated sections in Section A and Section B in the premium seating. And those do not have social distance. We still have a little bit of spacing. We have like 1 seat of separation between groups.
But this is a way for us to get even more people into the park, and so it allows us to be almost up to 50% capacity while we still have to tough it out through the last bit of restriction.
Roster's been expanded to 40 players this year, which puts the onus on finding host families. They still have about 16 players left to find homes for in the Valley. So if you'd like to help, call the Apple Sox office at 665-6900. Well, let's check the Prep Boys basketball scoreboard from last night. Cascade beat Omak and Caribou Trail Lake 63-53. Pateros edged Bridgeport 62-60 despite 21 points from Jesus Torres. Elmira Cooley Heartline had no trouble with Liberty Bell, winning 61-32. It was Okanagan over Warden 72-38. Tenasket topped Waterville Mansfield 64-29. Cascade Christian edged Antioch 42-31. And Moses Lake Christian stopped Soap Lake 55-50. Now, coming up tonight, we'll have Eastmont of Wenatchee from Eastmont High School. Grant Olson with your play-by-play pregame at 7:20 here on the NCWLIFE channel. The rest of the weekend schedule for the boys. Well, Oroville hosts Etihad at 7:30. Games have Chelan at Ephrata. Kashmir hosting Quincy. Lake Roosevelt travels to Wahluke. Manson entertains Royal. Tenasket is at Brewster, and Pateros takes on Soap Lake. That's all tonight. Coming up tomorrow, Wenatchee hosts Sunnyside at 3:45. Several 5:30 games have Ephrata at Okanagan. Quincy hosting Cascade. Kashmir's at Omak. Chelan visits or make that host Warden. Manson travels down Myra Cooley Heartline, and Soap Lake entertains Oroville. Eastmont's game at West Valley gets underway at 6:30. Now, turning to the girls' action from last night, Omak handed Cascade a 65-18 defeat. Pateras beat Bridgeport 61-50. Liberty Bell topped ACH 61-45. Warden walloped Okanagan 68-32. Tonasket topped Waterville Mansfield 40-15. And Entiat defeated Cascade Christian Academy 41-22. Now, coming up tonight, Entiat's on the road at Oroville at 5:30. At 6 at Chelan at Ephrata. Wahluke hosting Lake Roosevelt. Royals at Manson. Brewster welcoming Tonasket. Soap Lake travels to Pateras. Eastmont and Wenatchee girls tipping at 7:30 at Wenatchee High School. Coming up tomorrow, 4 o'clock games have Ephrata at Okanagan. Cascade visits Quincy. Cashmere's at Omak. Chelan hosts Warden. Brewster's in Wahluke. Soap Lake takes on Oroville. Eastmont will host West Valley at 4:45. And Wenatchee travels to Sunnyside at 6:30. Couple of places hosting wrestling coming up tomorrow in our region. Moses Lake will be on the road to West Valley at 10 o'clock in the morning. Cashmere hosting Elmira Cooley Heartline. Cascade, Lake Roosevelt, Oroville, Quincy, Tonasket, Wahluke, and Warden. That starts at 10:50. No, not 10:45 or 11. 10:50 to be exact. Wenatchee Valley Lady Knights swept a doubleheader from Treasure Valley yesterday at Rotary Field in Wenatchee. Opener Colby Vauchal was 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer to lead WVC to the 9-6 victory. In the nightcap, Olivia Whitney's RBI double allowed Wenatchee to walk off with a 6-5 win. Knights baseball team split at Twin Bill with Walla Walla. Visitors scored 2 runs in the 8th to break an 8-all tie, win 10-8. Drew Richardson was the hitting star in that game, going 3 for 4 with a home run. WVC won the nightcap 8-5 behind home runs from Zach Lofgren, Aaron Lampinen, that is, and Jacob Steibel. Walla Walla basketball teams are in town tonight to WB Smith Gymnasium. Women tip it up at 5:30. The men to follow at 7:30. That's a look at sports news. Hope you have a safe and sane weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday after the holiday. I'm in Grant's chair, so I got to go. We'll see you.
All right, thank you, Eric. We've had some technical issues the last couple of days, so it's all good now. Anyway, now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Tuesday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Have a great 3-day weekend. Don't forget the importance of Monday. Set aside some time. And remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice so we have the freedoms that we have here in this country. No show on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday to get your June going with that very important and very hot weather forecast. We'll wrap up the weekend that was in sports and news and everything else that you need to start a new week and a new month. Tuesday, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live and local at 7 a.m. I'll see you here. Grant, back to you.
Have a great weekend, Dan. And speaking of the weekend, before we let you go, let's take one more peek of that 7-day forecast as we head into this long weekend. And boy, if you like hot weather, you're going to like this forecast. Sunny skies for both Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 78 Saturday, 86 Sunday, 90 the high temperature on Monday. And look at those temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday. Right around record-setting both days with 94 expected Tuesday, 95 on Wednesday, before we cool down on Thursday, if you can call it that, back down to 89 degrees. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, as Dan mentioned, we will not have a newscast on Memorial Day Monday so we can spend time with our families, but we will be back on Tuesday. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great holiday weekend.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.